Okay. Hello, I'm Paul Lipke, and I'm the current president of TechSite. Welcome, everybody, to the 2021 TechSite Traffic Bowl and Awards Show. Let's all hope that we never have to do this again. I just want to take a couple of minutes and thank a few people and make some announcements. There's no doubt that the past year has been challenging for everybody, all of us, everybody around the world, and TechSite's been no exception to that. As we've had to move from live meetings to virtual and in all of our different ways of interacting. So I want to thank especially our past president, Mark Jacobson, this past year for his leadership through 2020. I'd also like to thank our current vice president, Aaron Urique, for in lieu of the spring meeting that we had to cancel again. Aaron has arranged monthly webinars for August 4th, August 27th, September 29th, and there'll be another one in October that's still being planned. Be sure to check the techsite.org website for more information on those. We've got some good speakers lined up and good topics, and you can register for all of those now on the techsite.org website, except for the one in October, which is still being planned, as I mentioned. I do want to mention the upcoming virtual traffic safety conference, July 14th through the 16th. You can find out more information about that on the techsite.org website. And I do want to thank ITE for helping us with today's Traffic Bowl. And also, not only that, but not only all of the technical parts behind being able to put this on today, but just all of their help through this past year and their leadership and their guidance and the way that they've been able to help us through these unprecedented times, as everyone has said over and over again now. So I do want to remind everybody of the virtual ITE International meeting that's coming up in a few weeks, July 20th through 29th. So be sure and sign up for that. It'll be probably the least expensive way that you'll be able to attend an international ITE meeting possibly ever. So be sure to sign up for that. They've got a lot of good speakers and good topics and good information that they'll have at that meeting. Well, if you're like me and you're done with the virtual meetings, so we really, really appreciate all of you joining us today for this virtual meeting. I know they're getting tiring, and I know I'm tired of them too, but it's the only way we can communicate right now. So I do want to thank everybody for joining us today. However, there is hope ahead. We are going to have an in-person meeting in Dallas this November 3rd through the 5th at the Sheraton Dallas Hotel in downtown Dallas, as I mentioned. It's going to be a joint meeting with ITS Texas. The last joint meeting that we had with them, we had about 650 people. And so we are really planning for having just blowing the doors off of that number. We are optimistically hoping for over 1,000 people. We're hoping that everyone's ready to get out and travel. I know I am, and I know there's a lot of people that are really eager to see everybody face to face again. We hope that's the case. Hope everybody will be ready to get out and be able to meet everybody again. We do the hotel that we selected is more than adequate to handle over 1,000 people if we have it. They've got 1,840 guest rooms, more than enough meeting space. We also we picked them because we have a lot of room if we do have a lot of people. If for some reason that we have fewer than normal people, we actually have it's a good downside in terms of not losing a lot of money if we do have a smaller than normal attendance. So it's a very good hotel. The hotel's been really good to work with, but like I said, we're really hoping to have a lot of people there, and there is so please plan to be there. Make your plans now. Tell your friends, your colleagues, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, everybody to come to the meeting, because we really want it to be a very special meeting as we get together for the first time since we met in Austin in the summer of 2019. So with that, I'll turn it over to Gary Thomas, who is our infamous host for today's Traffic Bowl.
Thank you, Paul. Infamous. Thank you very much for that, the remarks, and I will encourage everybody to say, get it on your calendars, November 3rd through 5th. It's going to be no doubt a great meeting. If you still want to give a presentation, I'll mention this. We're still accepting the call for presentations through the end of today. So go to techsite.org/call-for-presentations, I think is the URL link. So techsite.org/call for presentations with hyphens in there. And you can still potentially get on the program. So that's they've been coming in continually for the last couple of weeks, and a bunch more have come in today. So I will encourage all you TechSite members out there. This is a joint meeting. It's TechSite and Texas ITS Texas, and we certainly want to have a good showing of TechSite members on the floor, giving presentations for all the amazing things that you all have been doing, for the past what seems like 10 years, but certainly the last year and a half to 2 years as we continue to slog through this. So yeah, I am so looking forward to it. You will see me there, and only a few of you will get this, but the Sheraton, I hope they have some really nice hotel views out their rooms. So I'm really looking forward to that. Not everybody's going to get that inside joke, but those of you who do, that one's for you. All right. Well, welcome to the 2021. That's the year it is, I think. 2021 Texas District Traffic Bowl. The winner will go on to the International Collegiate Traffic Bowl. So I'm your MC for today. I'll also be the MC for that event, as my contract is continually getting extended because of COVID-19 issues. And last year I was saying, welcome to the first and hopefully last virtual traffic bowl. Big sigh. I was so wrong. So this year I'm going to say, welcome to the second, and gosh darn it, it better be the last virtual traffic bowl that we have. We certainly need to get back together face to face for not only this event, but of course just the meetings in general. Well, the Zoom and the meetings and all that stuff has certainly helped us get through it. It is a far cry from being a substitute for meeting face to face and really being able to interact with people. There's no going in the hallway and talking about things on Zoom. Just doesn't happen. So, and that's one of the most important parts of the TechSite meeting and the ITE meetings. All right, but let's now turn to what we really want to do today, and that is have our traffic bowl. So a bunch of you are logged in, and we have some things going on behind the scenes that you all can't see, and so I want to give a little explanation to the audience out there on how this is working if you didn't watch it last year. We are in a completely separate room, virtual room as it were, and all of the students are logged into there directly. This is done in Jeopardy style, if you're familiar with the Jeopardy game show. And certainly, maybe we should take a moment to moment of silence for Alex Trebek, who we lost this past year, who really made Jeopardy what it is today. And so, certainly, just an amazing person, and it's certainly sorry to have lost him this past year. But we will continue on in his vein and doing the Jeopardy style tournament. So how is it done in a virtual world? Well, we have a chat window that you all can't see. And what's going to happen is when I read the clue, at the very end of the clue, I'm going to punctuate it with the word go. So you're going to hear that every single time. And at the same time as I'm saying the word go, I'm actually chatting the word go into our private chat room. And at that point, whoever chats in first, whichever team chats in first, they will have the opportunity to answer the question. So they have their team code all set to go, and if they want to answer, all they got to do is hit their return button, their enter button, and whoever pops up first on my chat window is the team that gets called on to answer the question. That team will have 12 seconds to answer the question. They have the ability to confer amongst themselves via their own chat, just as they would if they were on the stage. if if somebody hits the button, they have that opportunity to just, hey, I think it's this. We good? Yeah. And then they answer the question. So they have that ability to do that virtually as well. They have a little private message board that they've got going on. If they answer correctly, of course, they are awarded the points for that particular question. If they are incorrect, the other team, now we only have 2 teams today, and I'll introduce them shortly. The other team will have 12 seconds with which to answer the question if they want. They don't need to chime in because they are the only other team. If there was if there were 3 teams, then I would say go again, but I'm not going to do that today. So they will have the opportunity, 12 seconds, to then answer the question if they so desire. They don't have to answer the question. Even if they did chime in on the first time, they don't have to answer because perhaps they were going to say the same thing that the other team said. All right, so that's what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to get into any more detail on that, but I know a lot of people have a question. It's like, well, how is he figuring out who chimed in first? And that's how we're doing it. It'll be one round today, winner take all, 5 categories, 5 clue questions per category for a total of 25. We'll have a final Jeopardy round as well, 1 question that they can wager their points on. So without further ado, and we've already met with the teams and they understand what they need to do, I'm going to go ahead and have each team introduce themselves. And again, I didn't really introduce myself other than to say I'm Gary Thomas. I'm with Kittleson LLC, located in College Station, Texas, doing forensic transportation engineering, and have been the MC for a number of years for the Texas District Traffic Bowl, as well as the International Traffic Bowl for the last 4-ish or 5 years. And I'm happy to be here. It's such a fun time. It's certainly more fun in person, but even in the virtual realm, it's still a great time to have a fun competition, and and it certainly does mean something. So we want to have our team represent us best at the International Traffic Bowl, which will be in July. All right, so let me go ahead and turn to, I'll say the first team to introduce themselves will be the University of Texas at San Antonio. They are with us here today, and I'm going to go ahead and have each of them introduce themselves individually. So whoever is going first for UTSA, go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Jared Sanchez. I'm a senior at UTSA and I'm from San Antonio.
Hi, I'm Layla Avalos. I'm also a senior at UTSA, majoring in civil engineering, and I'm from Houston.
All right, Elizabeth actually looks frozen up right now, and then she just dropped off, so she might be having an issue.
She's having some internet issues right now.
Okay, well, we'll give a second. So welcome to the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners, if I'm not mistaken. Glad to have you here. So hopefully she'll get reconnected back up, but I'm going to go ahead and turn to Texas A&M University, the Fighting Texas Aggies. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Howdy, everybody. My name is Srileka, and I'm a first semester master student in transportation engineering.
Howdy, everyone. I'm Sahaja Mandava. I'm a master's student in transportation engineering at Texas A&M University. I'm a Spring 21 admit, and I'm from India.
Hello, everyone. I'm Som Sada, and I'm also a graduate student at the Texas A&M University, focusing in transportation engineering.
All right, so welcome to the Aggies from Texas A&M. Glad to have you here. And looks like Elizabeth is getting back connected. Let's give her a few more seconds and hopefully it is cleared up. So Elizabeth, we do see you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, sorry, I lost service for a second. I am Elizabeth. I am a senior civil engineering student at UTSA, and I am one of the officers in our ITE at UTSA.
All right, great, and welcome. So welcome to all the teams, and glad to have you here. Yeah, internet connections still, a possibility. So it's just, it's, I guess, the nature of the beast. It's what we got to deal with. So hopefully your connection and everybody's connection will stay nice and stable throughout the competition. let me introduce our panel of esteemed judges. With us today, I'm going to see, I'll pick, I don't need to introduce yourselves. I'm just going to go ahead and introduce the three of you. Mr. Paul Ludke is with us today, who you've already heard from once. He will be one of our judges. Melissa Finley from TTI, she will be another judge, our international director. Thank you so much. And Mr. Mark Jacobson, City of San Antonio, is with us also as a judge. All judges' decisions are final. And I will point out that should there be any question as to whether a team has answered it correctly or not, the judges may need to confer privately. So that certainly happened at the international level last year. And in that case, they will go into a private chat room for about 30 seconds and hopefully come back in that and tell us whether they feel that the team answered the question correctly or not. Also, some other folks, Adam Najamian is with us today. He is part of the Texas District Traffic Bowl Committee, as well as, let's see, where'd Jason go? There he is, Jason Wu down there. And also, is that it? It's the two of you today, huh? Looking for one more. Oh, there's Mohammed Rajani. There he is. It's like too many rectangles open on my thing here. And so thank you to those who have helped behind the scenes putting this thing together, developing the clue questions. And last but not least, thank you so much to Colleen Egan with ITE headquarters. She is being the technical person that's running the Zoom room for us here. And we cannot thank her enough for all her help. And I really like the Beatle bass behind you there. That is very cool. I like that. All right. I think that's everybody. Okay, I'm looking down at all the squares and everybody's good to go. All right, well, with that, I am going to ask, I think it's Adam, you're running the board today. All right, and I got to move this over here so I can see things. So Adam, if you could go ahead and bring up the board, and I am going to go over the clue categories today. All right, here is the board, and here are your categories for today. It's a numbers game. All responses will be a number, and I will remind you, you still have to phrase it in the form of a question. So as in per Jeopardy style, you would say, what is 10, for example? All right, miles and miles of Texas. You're going to name the interstate highway which connects the two Texas cities listed in the clue. Something is missing. Give the one word missing from each MUTCD approved sign. This is going to be an example of where I will not actually say anything at the end of the clue. So for this category, team members, keep this in mind, and I'll probably make one more reminder if you select this one. When it's selected, is you will just see it pop up, and you will chime in, or I will still put in the word go. I'm not going to say anything, but I am going to type in the word go. So do not expect me to say anything. Fourth category is HC clues regarding the highway capacity manual. And finally, safety first, clues regarding safety. I'm going to ask, who did we determine who is going to have control of the board, Jason or somebody? Yes, no?
No, I don't think we set one. You can flip a coin.
I don't even have a coin on me to flip a coin. So tell you what, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. I'm going to write it down. Hold on. So just to be all fair. All right. I'm thinking of a number, and I've written it down between 1 and 20. Whoever is closest to the number will have control of the board. So Texas A&M, what number do you want to take?
We'll go with 11.
11. Okay. UTSA.
We're gonna go with 10.
10. All right. Well, my number was 15. So Texas A&M will have control of the board to open up our Texas District Traffic Bowl. Let me get one more thing ready on my end so I can be ready. Okay, I think we're all set. Texas A&M, select your first clue.
We'll go with something is missing 300.
All right, so again, let me remind you, I will type in the word go, but I'm not going to actually say anything. So, and did you say for 100? 300. Okay, something is missing for 300. And it is a daily double right off the bat. Texas A&M, you will be the only ones responding to this question. You can wager up to 500 points on this particular daily double, even though you have a score of 0. You will be the only ones that eligible to answer the question. So Texas A&M, what is your wager on this daily double?
We'll go for 200.
200 on this daily double. You do not need to chime in. You will have 12 seconds to answer the question when it comes up. Your clue is sorry, time is up. Give you a couple
We
couple
put
extra
our
seconds.
TAM inside the 12 seconds.
I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry. We did not realize that we didn't need to put the TAM in the 12 seconds. We did that.
Oh, was it up there? I didn't see it.
Yeah,
So, okay, my apologies. If you did chat in the TAM, I will go ahead and let it go. So what is your answer?
What is flood?
Flood is correct. All right, Texas A&M.
We'll go for something is missing 200.
Something is missing for 200. Go. Hey, just squeezed in there, Texas A&M.
What is toll?
What is toll is correct. All right, A&M, you still have control.
We'll go for something is missing 400.
Something is missing for 400. Go. UTSA.
What is pedestrian?
Pedestrian is incorrect. Reset the clock, and A&M, you will have 12 seconds to answer if you so desire. You don't need to chime in. Okay, time is up. So the answer is within. It's kind of a tough one. I'll give you that. A&M still has control of the board.
We'll go for something is missing 500.
Something is missing for 500. Go. Texas A&M.
What is PED signal? What is PED? What is PED?
All right, judges say yes. What is PED? All right, still with control, A&M. A&M, make a selection, please.
We'll go for HCM 300.
HCM for 300. The factor is this factor is the proportion of AADT that occurs during the peak hour. Go. Texas A&M.
What is K?
What is K is correct. Next selection.
We'll go for HCM 400.
HCM for 400. This is the name given for the density at which all movement stops. Go. Texas A&M.
You got our answer, right? We put TIM in the chat box.
Yeah, all right. Time is up. Time is up. Time is up.
We put TIM in the chat box. Oh.
Yeah, I know. And I did call on you and the timer started going for 12 seconds and you did not respond. So
We could not hear you.
I got some feedback there, so I don't know what was said.
We just need to confirm. I mean, none of us could hear you, all three of us. So if everybody else could, it's a technical issue on our part and we'll let go of the points. But can you just confirm if it was the technical issue on our part or over there? Because none of us could hear you.
Okay. Could anybody else hear me call on Texas A&M? Everybody else could. Okay. All right. But I'm going to go ahead and reset the timer and give UTSA 12 seconds to answer the question if they want to. The answer is, what is jam density? All right, A&M.
What is HCM 500?
HCM for 500. This is the average speed of vehicles on a given segment measured under low volume conditions. Go. That is time. The answer is, what is free flow speed? Free flow speed. All right, Texas A&M still with control of the board.
It's a numbers game, 300.
It's a numbers game for 300. This is the number of colors defined in the MUTCD. Go. Time is up. Just missed it, UTSA. Apologize for that. The answer is, what is 13? All right, Tamu.
Numbers game for 400.
It's a numbers game for 400. ITE was founded in this year. Go. Texas A&M.
What is 1930?
What is 1930 is correct. Next clue.
Numbers game 500.
Numbers game for 500. Breakdown of a weaving segment is expected to occur when the average density of all vehicles reaches this number of passenger cars per mile per lane. Go. Time is up. That's kind of a tough one. What is 43? One more than the answer to life, universe, and the answer for everything. All right, Texas A&M. Hopefully somebody got that.
Miles and miles of Texas, 300.
Miles and miles of Texas for 300. Fort Worth and Abilene are connected by this interstate. Go. UTSA.
What is I-20?
I-20 is correct. All right, UTSA, you have control of the board.
Let's do miles and miles for 500.
Miles and miles for 500. Lubbock and Amarillo are connected by this interstate. Go. Texas A&M.
What is I-27?
What is I-27 is correct. You are back in control of the board.
We'll go for safety first, 300.
Safety first for 300. Part D of the Highway Safety Manual deals with these factors. Go. That is time. The answer is, what are crash modification factors? Okay, Texas A&M.
We'll go for safety first for 400.
Safety first for 400. In the Cabco scale, the C stands for this. Go. Texas A&M.
What is possible injury?
What is possible injury is correct. A&M.
Safety first, 500.
Safety first for 500. About 50% of all urban crashes and 25% of rural crashes are related to these. Go. The time is up and the answer is, what are intersections? Intersections. All right, A&M. Take your selection, please.
Safety first, 200.
Safety first for 200. This term is abbreviated PRT. Go. Texas A&M.
What is perception reaction time?
Perception reaction time is correct. A&M.
Numbers game for 200.
Numbers game for 200. A CMF of 0.9 represents this percentage decrease in expected crash frequency. Go. That is time. The answer is, what is 10%? A 0.9 equals a 10% in reduction. All right, A&M.
We will go for HC 200.
HCM for 200. Density is usually expressed in vehicles per this. Go. UTSA.
What is length?
What is length? is, I'm seeing heads shaking from no, is incorrect. Reset the timer, and A&M, you have 12 seconds to answer if you so desire.
What is vehicles per mile per lane?
I was looking to the judges on that one. This may be a time to go into, and we've already seen the answer, obviously, but Colleen, do you want to go ahead and put them in a room for 30 seconds? We'll be right back. Since there's no other team, it was not a huge deal that the answer got revealed. So while they discuss things, we'll again take this moment to say go ahead and get on your calendars the fall meeting, which will be in early November 3rd through the 5th up in downtown Dallas. I know I'm looking forward to it. I really haven't been to downtown Dallas in quite some time. So I think that'll be a great meeting. The last meeting that we had, last joint meeting we had down in Houston, if I remember right, between ITS Texas and TechSite was just an amazing success, huge turnout. Some just amazing sessions from both ITS Texas and TechSite speakers. And of course, there's a lot of overlap between the two organizations. But I've seen a lot of abstracts come in and they all look very interesting. So the program committee will be very busy over the next several weeks putting together the program, and we'll get that posted. Registration hasn't opened up yet, obviously. So just that'll probably be coming in about a month or so. And I see judges have come back into the room. Oop, a lot of feedback. Mute your microphone, please. So, okay, and I'm getting a thumbs up. So you are correct. All right, and you still have control of the board. A&M.
We will go for HCM 100.
HCM for 100. This is the measure of time between the rear of the first vehicle and the front of the second vehicle. Go. Texas A&M.
What is clearance?
What is clearance is incorrect. Reset the timer. UTSA, you have 12 seconds to answer. Just go ahead and answer. Quickly. I didn't hear anybody, so I did not hear an answer from UTSA. Is that correct? Did anybody speak and I just didn't hear it? Because I see some people are muted. Hold on before you do the answer. I don't want to. Okay. All right. Hearing nobody. The answer is, what is gap? All right. A&M, you still have control.
We'll go for something is missing 100.
Okay. Again, I'm just going to say go after the image appears. Go. Texas A&M.
What is speed?
What is speed is correct. All right. Next clue, please. Selection.
Numbers game 100.
Numbers game for 100. The HCM defines this many levels of service. Go. Texas A&M.
What is 6?
What is 6 is correct. Your next selection, please.
We'll go for safety first 100.
Safety first for 100. As the saying goes, click it or this. Go. UTSA.
What is ticket?
Ticket is correct. All right, UTSA, you have control of the board.
Miles for 400.
Miles and miles for 400. Waco and Temple are connected by this interstate. Go. UTSA.
What is I-35?
I-35 is correct. All right, UTSA.
Miles 200.
Miles and miles for 200. San Antonio and El Paso are connected by this interstate. Go. UTSA.
I-10. What is I-10?
What is I-10 is correct. Would have been highly disappointed had you not gotten that one right. All right, and our final clue question is for 100 miles and miles of Texas. Dallas and Houston are connected by this interstate. Go. UTSA.
What is I-45?
What is I-45 is correct. All right, nice job of getting some points on the board there as we came down down to the wire. Obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, it's still anybody's game. So we do have both teams are what we call non-zero scores. And so we have UTSA with 700 points, Texas A&M University for 2,600 points. So we're going to go ahead and play it out. In a moment, I'm going to have Adam reveal the category for the final clue question, the final round. At that point, you will go ahead and write on your piece of paper your wager. And then you're also going to text me that wager on my phone, which I presented to you early on before we went live. So it'll be at the very top of the chat box if you didn't write it down. So once I get both teams in with their wager, at that point we will reveal the final clue, and you will have 1 minute at that point to do the same thing. Write it out on a piece of paper and chat it in to me. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and reveal the final category. Today is ITE terms. ITE terms. Go ahead, make your wagers now, write them down, text them into me. All right, I have both wagers in. So at this point, we'll go ahead. You'll have 1 minute to do the same thing. Write down your answer and text me your answer. So nice and bold on your piece of paper. Your final round clue is this professional certification is abbreviated RSP. All right, I think I have 2 answers in, and time is up. All right, so I will turn to UTSA first. So if the person that is answering the question should go ahead and hold up the piece of paper and verbally say what it is. Your answer first. Go ahead and unmute.
What is registered safety professional?
Registered safety professional, I'm sorry, is incorrect. And you wagered
0 points.
0 points. So you'll have a total of 700 points to finish out the game. I'll turn to Texas A&M. What was your answer?
Our answer is road safety professional.
That is correct. Road safety professional. And you wagered a grand total of 1 point. And so that increases your score to 2601, and that will make Texas A&M University the winner of this year's Texas District Traffic Bowl. So congratulations, A&M. Thank you so much, UTSA, for participating as well. Certainly know that this is not an ideal venue for doing this still, but we appreciate all that you've done, and I know you've prepared both teams. And Texas A&M, you'll move on to the international competition. So I will see you there. With that, I'm again thank our 3 esteemed judges, Melissa, Mark, and Paul. Thank you so much for doing your job so well today. Again, thank you to the committee, Adam, Jason, and as well as yeah, okay, let's keep doing this again. I keep looking around who's here and who's not here. And Mohammed, sorry about that, Mohammed. Thank you for putting together a great game. And thank you again, Colleen, over in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much. Appreciate your help behind the scenes as well. We'll see you in July again. We're looking forward to that. And with that, I believe I'm going to say thank you so much to everybody, all the members out there who have been watching this live streams. Do not hang up. Stay tuned, because we are going to shift our program now to our TechSite Awards ceremony. So on behalf of the Traffic Bowl Committee, especially the International Traffic Bowl Committee, headed up by Mr. John Davis, thank you very much for participating. My name is Gary Thomas. I will see you in July. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kevin St. Jakes for the awards ceremony.